Have you ever wondered about the events leading up to the arrest of Jesus Christ? Picture Jerusalem, a city buzzing with tension and uncertainty. Amid the thrumming cityscape, a group of powerful men, the chief priests, huddle in secret. Their concern? A carpenter from Nazareth named Jesus, whose teachings have begun to captivate the masses and disrupt the status quo. The chief priests, guardians of the religious order, feel their control slipping. Jesus' popularity is growing, and with it, his influence. Their fear leads to a chilling decision: Jesus must be arrested. Yet this is not a decision taken lightly. It is the product of a dangerous conspiracy, concocted under the veil of darkness, and driven by a desperate need to retain power. Thus began the plot against Jesus, a plan that would take a turn with the involvement of one of his own. As we delve deeper, we'll uncover the alarming role of Judas Iscariot, a trusted disciple turned traitor. Stay tuned, the story is just beginning. But how could the priests get close enough to arrest Jesus without causing an uproar among his followers? Here enters Judas Iscariot, a name that would in time become synonymous with the word betrayal. Judas, one of the 12 disciples, was not just an acquaintance of Jesus but was part of his inner circle. At this point, it's worth noting that Judas's motivations remain a subject of much speculation even today. Some argue it was greed, given the 30 pieces of silver he was paid. Others suggest it was disillusionment or a misguided attempt to force Jesus' hand to establish his kingdom on earth. Whatever the reasons, Judas made a choice that would change the course of history. In the cloak of darkness, he met with the chief priests, offering them what they so desperately sought: a way to arrest Jesus without inciting the crowds. This was no small thing. It was a betrayal of trust, a violation of camaraderie, and a crushing blow to the man Judas had followed and learned from. The chief priests, delighted at this unexpected opportunity, agreed to his proposal. And so, the pieces fell into place: a clandestine meeting, a traitor among friends, and a plot that would lead to a tragic end. With Judas's agreement, the stage was set for one of history's most infamous betrayals. Amidst the brewing storm, Jesus and his disciples were preparing for a significant event: the Passover. A time-honored tradition that harks back to the days of Moses and the liberation of the Hebrews from Egyptian slavery. The Passover held a deep significance for Jesus and his followers. As they went about their preparations, an air of solemnity underscored their actions, a silent testament to their reverence for this sacred event. The disciples, led by Peter and John, were tasked with finding a suitable place in Jerusalem to celebrate the Passover. It was more than a mere meal. It was a pivotal event in their faith's history, a time to reflect on God's mercy and deliverance. The disciples were mindful of their responsibilities, ensuring every detail of the preparation was in order, from the unleavened bread to the sacrificial lamb. Meanwhile, Jesus, in his infinite wisdom and boundless love, was aware of the impending betrayal. A dark cloud loomed on the horizon, threatening to eclipse the light of their fellowship. Yet, in his characteristic style, Jesus chose not to reveal the betrayer's identity to his disciples. He bore this burden alone, a poignant display of his selfless leadership. As they prepared for the Passover, Jesus taught them about the essence of sacrifice and servitude. He shared with them the importance of humility and love, using the Passover as a symbol of God's great love for humanity. It was a profound lesson, one that would resonate with them in the days to come. The Passover meal, steeped in symbolism and tradition, was more than just a feast. For Jesus and his disciples, it was a moment of unity, a time to strengthen their bonds before the storm. It was a testament to their faith, a beacon of hope in the face of impending darkness. As they prepared for the Passover, little did they know of the dramatic events that were about to unfold. The plot against Jesus had begun, a betrayal was brewing, and the Passover was at hand. A profound conspiracy had been set in motion by the chief priests, a drama that would forever change the course of history. Judas Iscariot, one among the trusted, was on the brink of an act of treachery, while the disciples were immersed in preparations for the Passover. The story is thickening, the tension is palpable. Stay tuned as we delve deeper into this story in the coming episodes, unfolding the dramatic events of Spy Wednesday and beyond.